Is Councilman Henon, who will present a resolution recognizing December 5th as AFL-CIO Day in Philadelphia. With Pat Eiding and those accompanying him, please join the councilman at the podium. And joining Councilman Henon, we have Councilwoman Parker, Councilman O'Neill, Councilwoman Blackwell, Councilman Dom, and Councilman Taubenberger.
I'm starting off.
You take mine because it's bigger.
Americans, okay, good. That's good. Well, good morning, everybody, and it is my pleasure here today in presenting a resolution to a national and international organization, honoring them on this day for decades of tireless work and fight for people who don't have a voice in communities, for higher wages, better benefits, safer workplaces, not only a voice in the job, but again, in the communities, a coalition builder for faith-based organizations, civil rights, and for bringing workers together for equal pay, for equal job, and for pay equity. And, you know, also being a tremendous connector for a lot of social services. And, you know, if we think about the AFL-CIO and the represented workers in the city of Philadelphia, it is just a tremendous amount of good. And I always say that, you know, they are doing the work of the good angels, right, because they are. And when we need them the most, they are always there, not without a pat on the back. They're there because that's what we do. We live by, and they live by the principles. Right? They're coaching our kids in our playgrounds. They're also on the work sites, making sure that we get a friendly smile when you go to a hospital and you need a compassionate nurse. And when we have, and we're fighting for school funding, all right, in our quality schools, we have a teacher who understands, all right, that they're going to go the extra step in a mile to get another ream of paper, or when there is a little lack of service. They understand what it's like, all right, to be a participant in workers' right and the agenda of making sure that these principles and what we fight for with dignity and honor is passed along to our youth and our children and our social workers. Our folks who carry our mail every single day, things that we take for granted, moves every single day with the leadership of the AFL collectively. And we have the finest leadership, I think, in the city of Philadelphia with Pat Eiding, who is our president of the Philadelphia Council, AFL-CIO, its entire executive board, and also joined with us is Executive Board member, Secretary Treasurer Jim Gardner from the CWA. So we are well represented in every aspect of every way. You know, how fitting is it for Philly workers demanding a fair work week and Workers United in this chambers here today? Then with these guys and these members of City Council who understands that the people they represent, because every single member of City Council understands workers' rights and understands the people and the demographics and the communities in which we serve throughout the city of Philadelphia. That's why it is such an honor as a 28, I think going on 29, if not 29-year member of a union who also understands what it's like to put the boots on and go to work. And I do that every single day here. In recognizing today, December 5th, as AFL-CIO Day in Philadelphia in honor of the decades of tireless work that American Foundation of Labor and Congress Industrial Organizations has done on behalf of working Philadelphia and Americas.
Whereas the AFL-CIO formed on December the 5th, 1955, following a merger between the American Federation of Labor and the Congress of Industrial Organizations, creating the largest federation of unions in the country. The federation continues to be the largest of its kind and represents more than 12 million active and retired workers. And
Whereas due in no small part to the size and scope of its membership, with AFL-CIO has played a significant role in the United States political process at all levels of government, lending its organizing expertise in the electoral process and fearlessly advocating for workers' rights to be addressed at both the negotiating table and the floors of city halls, state legislatures, and the United States Congress. And
whereas the AFL-CIO actively raises awareness of issues facing American workers, issues such as gender equality, the pay gap, labor laws, workplace safety, and immigration and labor on both a local and global stage. And
whereas workers across the region have directly benefited from the organization of the AFL-CIO Philadelphia Council, led by President Patrick Eiding, who has been at the council's helm for 5 consecutive terms since 2002, which consists of over 100 local labor unions representing 200,000 workers.
And just a point of personal privilege, my father, Alfred Taubenberger, was a member of the CIO before it merged with the AFL-CIO. The AFL-CIO Philadelphia Council enhances its members' lives through benefits such as mortgage assistance, insurance plans, an array of scholarships that has amounted to over $4 million for union members and their children in the past 25 years to further their education and training and opportunities to travel, resulting in an improved quality of life for Philadelphia workers. And
whereas the AFL-CIO Philadelphia Council does not limit its impact to our city, but works to bring our country closer together by highlighting AFL-CIO initiatives such as the North Carolina Workers Relief Fund, which is designed to aid North Carolina citizens in the wake of the destruction caused by Hurricane Florence. And
whereas under the direction of this man, Patrick Eiding, who has dedicated his entire life to improving the lives of Philadelphia's workers, having worked with and in unions since 1963, and been continuously involved with the Philadelphia area boards and commissions. The AFL-CIO represents a champion of justice in the city and beyond. Now, therefore,
recognize that over 200,000 people in the city of Philadelphia, including their households, are either a member of a union, a household of a union, and they are building America in Philadelphia in and out of our homes. Further be resolved that they recognize and honored that the AFL-CIO, Philadelphia Council, and Patrick Eiding, and declare that December 5th be AFL-CIO Day in the city of Philadelphia. Further resolve that an engrossed copy of this resolution be passed to Patrick Eiding and further evidencing his sincere sentiments of this legislative body. Congratulations.
And the chair recognizes Pat Eiding for remarks.
So I am Pat Eiding, and at 5 years old, I started in the labor movement, as you heard. I'm proud to stand here representing not only 200,000 union members, but the workers in the city of Philadelphia and the surrounding counties. And I'm proud to be standing here with our Secretary, Jim Gardler, who represents the, I don't know how many thousand workers at the CWA 13,000. I want to thank the President Clark, and thank you, Majority Leader Bobby Henon, for introducing this resolution. I'm very thankful that this City Council recognizes the importance of the AFL-CIO and the Philadelphians we represent every day. We've had some major advances for working people in the past few years thanks to this City Council: justice for airport workers, wage theft protection, raising our minimum wage, sick leave pay, and much more. And I believe there are more victories just on the horizon, maybe even today. So it's important to note that this doesn't happen by accident. This happens because we have a city council that listens to Philadelphia working people and I am proud to receive this honor from them on behalf of the Philadelphia Council, AFL-CIO, and all working people in the city of Philadelphia and the state of Pennsylvania. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Council, be at ease.